Good morning, everybody, and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Mosby. Thanks for joining us. We're Tuesday already. Can you believe the week is flying over? Very excited today because we've got a stellar lineup of shows for you, including a launch party, a launch day, and we kick things off with Wake Up Call, of course, this morning. Your chance to get in nice and early, see the sneak peeks before everybody else, and indeed get your hands on the brand new launch before everybody else as well. I would encourage you to do so because I've got a funny feeling today's new launch is going to be busy because it is a launch that everybody is going to want to have. We're talking about personalisation, whether it be on your cards, whether it be on your home decor, whether it be on your scrapbook pages. We have our brand new alphabet dies, which we are so super excited about. Already, you guys have been shopping. We have got a brilliant Showstopper lined up for you, which we'll go through in detail in just a few moments' time. We don't have huge quantities of the Showstopper, however, and lots of you have already been in and grabbed yours. Lots to come. Also over on the website, we have got our story sale, which I'll tell you more about in just a few moments. But let's introduce you to my crafty partner in crime today. I'm delighted because we were here all day yesterday. How on earth, after yesterday, they've let us back together again for 2 shows? I have no idea. Maybe it's because we were so like #profesh yesterday. It is the one and only, hi Scotty, Mr. Craig Laird. How are you?
I'm good, yeah. Not only did they let us back after yesterday, they let us back on a launch day.
Yeah, I know.
Let me tell you, the biggest alphabet launch of 2024. It's going to be massive.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely massive.
It is.
Do you know what? Joking aside, these are absolutely
so
fab. Now, maybe you don't quite know, but lowercase 2024 is really, really on trend.
Absolutely.
It's only going to get bigger and better. So we've got our lowercase alphabets. Now, these are sizable alphabets, but what you've also got is little floral and flourishes popping in throughout. Now, these die cut, but then you can do little bits of paper piecing. You can back them if you want to with bits of card. I'm going to demo this one within Wake Up Call. But then what about something like New Baby?
Cute.
New Baby Keepsake. So if you want to do something like Drop Shadows then, of course. Now I'm going to be demoing this within Wake Up Call as well. But then get your inks in as well.
Really?
Get in your glitter paste in when it comes to the backdrops as well. Coming along with black cardstock to really create that highlight. Do your ombre with your sprays, your shimmer sprays, you know, your ink pads. Then start to do things you can see here. Now, although this one is a Christmas one, this is giving you that ellipse effect. So you can start to create that ellipse effect where it gives you that natural drop shadow, but for all different occasions. Now, yes, you can personalise with names, but what about the different occasions that you're going to come across throughout the year? Birthdays, anniversaries, good luck, new job, new home, all these different occasions you're going to be able to use. And because these are papercraft dies, they're still going to go through all your different shedless glitter card, your luxury card. So where I'm going with that is something like a wedding card. You've got that floral, you've got that flourish, but then team that with some gold satin cardstock or maybe some of your ivory cardstock. It's going to look beautiful. But then really go bright with your linen cardstock, your Centura Pearl, offset them as well. Maybe instead of saying to someone, you know, you're thinking of them or how they're doing, just hi. Just hi. Hi. What about home decor? Do some of your home decor as well. So that could be gifts, that could be keepsakes. What about as well going in with your shadow boxes, your framework, go in with your florals and all your die cuts that you've got as well. That could be on the door or the dressing room. It can go anywhere that you want. And you can then also do things such as gift bags. How cool is that?
Oh, happy day.
So bringing in all your additional embellishment dies as well. Absolutely fab and all the different things that you can do. No, I was just waiting to say, so we're going to do a couple of demos. My turn.
Sorry, yep.
We're going to do a couple of demos within Wake Up Call, and then, yeah, we've got that full 2 hours where we're going to do even more demos about this incredible brand new launch.
I said to you before the show, I've been here, just over 3 years now, and I can't recall us doing an alphabet like this. I know we've done like the smaller ones, the little Gemini Mini dies, and the left fold ones, but soft craft. But these are, I think, what a lot of people have been crying out for, aren't they?
I definitely, completely agree. It's been, how long have you been with us now?
Just over 3 years.
Just over 3 years. So I'm going to say 3.5, 4 years since we've done large, sizable alphabets. And if some of you remember that have been with us since then, where they had little butterflies that die cut out as well. So we've not done anything big, but yes, they were your higher case, your lower case as well. But keeping in mind, going into 2024, Crafter's Companion, of course, all about being on trend. All trend is the lowercase. So all the letters that you've got are all lowercase. You don't have to worry about having loads when it comes to higher case. You've got some of your smaller. All one, perfect, great set.
Very, very busy for these already. We're going to show you that Showstopper. Options available for you, but you're going to have to be quick on this Showstopper because it's absolutely flying out of the door already. Everybody's going to want to grab this. Just to mention as well, over on the website, it is the second day, isn't it, of our sort and store event. 30% off selected storage for you over on the website. So do make sure you check all of that out as well. But listen, this is such a brilliant launch. Everybody's going to want it. If you're wanting to personalise your projects, this is the kit that you need to go for. And the Showstopper, as I said, is already disappearing. We don't have huge quantities as well. If you think to yourself, oh, it's going to last right throughout the day, with the way this is selling right now, I think we're going to get to a point where we're going to be calling big stock updates by the end of this show, certainly into the official launch coming your way at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Grab it whilst you can if you've, as I say, wanted to personalise your projects, like Craig says, whether it be names or a particular event or an anniversary, this is the way to be able to do it. The Showstopper is what the majority of people are going for. If you go for the Showstopper, you're actually going to be saving an extra 20% on what you should be paying for these. Plus, you're going to get all of these extra goodies as well. And how it works is you get, within this set, the fantastic rainbow paper pad, that beautiful pearl paper, 36 sheets, and that's the one that we're kind of limited to as far as the Showstopper is concerned. We've got less than 200 of these, right? I'll just be open and honest right from the top here. I'm not going to pretend we've got thousands of them. We've got less than 200, right? And people are shopping all the time. I'm just hearing in my ear now, another one gone, another one gone. People are up early and shopping. So you're getting that included. We're also going to give you one of our die brush tools with the sponge, always super handy, of course, to have to clean your die cuts and to clean your dies out. And then we're giving you one of our glue tape pens and one of our dotty tape pens as well. So you have got the best value for money across this. You should be paying an extra £35 or $49. Actually, built into the Showstopper price, it's just an extra £18 or $28. So you get everything right there and the most usable set of dies for just £48 or $60. If you're brand new to us today as well, sign up to Club Inspire. You know the drill by now. Sign up for free and you'll get that extra 20% off your order as well. If you do just want the dies on their own, again, you've got the opportunity to be able to do that. And here they are. We've got a bit more stock of these available for you, so there's not as much of a rush here, but I still will get your skates on because I can imagine that, you know, this isn't like a sort of niche launch, is it? Everybody wants to personalise their projects. Everybody wants to be able to, you know, spell out a name or, you know, spell out a certain event. This is your way to be able to do it. And as Craig's been talking about, really nice actually, we've got those lowercase letters within this launch because that is that sort of really on-trend sort of look that we are looking at here. And the detail that you've got in the dies themselves, that beautiful floral detail, which we'll see more as Craig gets demoing with them, really, really exquisite. The dies on their own, all 26 of course, £33.59 or $37.59. Go swiftly on these. They are very, very popular. I'll say a few hellos just to mention as well. A few sort of eagle-eyed people may have noticed that today we were supposed to be launching the brand new Sarah collection. We were short on a few items that didn't come into the warehouse sort of over Christmas time, so we didn't want to kind of bring you an incomplete collection, so we are pausing on that launch, and that is coming your way a week today with Sarah, so do put that in your diaries. It will be here. On the socials today, we have got lovely Jan, and already in is Lois saying good morning from Ohio. Hi also to Betty Gossel in Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping on the plains. Karen joins us saying good morning, and Hayley says good morning, Ben, Craig, Jan and everyone. These alphabet dies are amazing. I love them. Just what I need in my stash. Loads of people already telling me that on the socials. Lynn's in, saying good morning to everybody. From Newcastle, Sarah Brown. Hello there, my crafty friends. Okay, so Ben and Craig are back. Woohoo. Okay, so you know how I got rain here yesterday? Well, today, sunny all day, and possibly the whole week. Yep, that's Melbourne weather for you. Sending love from the place you get all 4 seasons in one day.
You do?
Oh, you normally go, you flaming galah.
Sorry, I was taking a drink there.
Oh, sorry.
You flaming galah.
Thank you. Christine Mahoney is with us. Good morning. Hi also to Suzanne. He says, good, lovely, sunny morning, crafty friends. I thought the sun had gotten lost here in Leicester, but I found it at last. Loving these letters. Get them whilst you can. And hi to Stephen who said, good morning, Ben and Craig. I hope Ben is behaving himself. Please don't start. Is behaving yourself and not getting you into trouble, Craig. It's always him. I keep telling you, don't believe that. Oh, look at me, sweetness and light. It's always him. Anyway, I'm not going to rise to that. Don't believe what he's doing there. Honestly, always leads me astray. If you want to get in touch and say hello, please do. If you want to ask any questions, please do. But grab these deals now. Right. Craig or Bagel?
Yes.
What are you going to show us?
Rightio, so we're going to do that hugs card, but let's show you some other finished examples that we've got here. So we've got the ability, of course, to say personalisation. Now, my mum to me is mum, but it could be mam, of course, or mom if you want to, because you've got all those alphabets. And because they're all lowercase, they're all then going to fit on that same strip of cardstock, you know, depending on the size of the card you want. But you've got mum there. What about having a little bit of fun that we can see here that Leslie's done? So a little bit of Oxo Cube or Noughts and Crosses.
Noughts and Crosses,
you can see there. You can have a little bit of fun there. And then our, Alison's made this one here with the baby. So you've got that baby within the blocks there and then the boy at the side there. So it's a really, really fun, cute card. But then what about going in like Debbie's done here? So this is Debbie Clockett's done this one. So bringing in your nesting dies. I am going to say it and I shouldn't say it, because I got told yesterday, don't say it, Craig, because you were giving too much away. These are going to work well with the launch that me and Ben have got on Monday.
Oh, yes.
When it comes to layout of cards and projects.
Too much more.
So adding these are going to be great for next week. But what about doing down the sides that you've got?
Cute.
So if you bring in your flower dies, of course, that could be a name that Debbie's done within this one here. I know we're past Christmas, but it just goes to show, it doesn't matter what season.
No.
You're going to be able to use these as well when it comes to your Halloween collections.
Absolutely.
Halloween is coming.
It
You'll
is.
be able to use it for that.
Ooh, boo.
Ooh, boo. Or what about Owl? Bring in your sentiment stamps as well. Bring in your character edgeable stamps.
I'm all yours. You can create your own funny little puns as well. This is brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Leslie's done that one. Look what Leslie's also done there.
That's brilliant.
How cute is that? So bringing in different coloured cardstock to match the theme. Leslie's also done some home decor. What little girl wouldn't love that?
Is that a little door, like a little hanger, is it? That is so cute.
So you can do that. What about Alison's done here, doing that connecting element? So that is two separate bits there.
Yeah.
Then she's just connected it. And with that one, straight away with the die cut. No drop shadow, no paper piecing, no backing, nothing like that. Keeping it simple. Bringing in your templates from your template libraries.
Oh, yeah,
Starting to use it in with that one there. What about going in there that our Julia's done on a gift bag?
Nice.
Just doing it pattern paper, going round it with your classic pen, all the way around to highlight it as well. There is so many ways, so many collections like Julie's done within that one, and also prime example, Julie's done there, ma'am.
Ma'am.
All these things. You've got the dies, you've got the alphabets, they're all the same. So they're all the same height, but the actual width of them will differ compared to like a U and a W, that sort of thing. But we'll talk you through. Let's dive in here, Ben. Let's get stuck in. And I've got some watercolour cardstock here. What I'm away to do, you can do it with your white smooth cardstock if you want, because I'm not doing anything water-based, but I want to show how, if you want to do a blend and then die cut into that blend to get that ombre sort of feel with your alphabets. So therefore, I'm going in with Lagoon, Parakeet and Oasis. So I'm going to go in with my Parakeet to start with.
Yep.
And I'm just going to blend that in the middle. I like to go in with that middle colour first. This is also going to be a carry on with the question we got yesterday about blending, about good ways of doing blending with your water reactives. So I'm going to go into here. And although I'm not going to be spritzing or anything like that, the reason I'm doing the watercolour card is I like that texture as well when it comes to the die cut. But we're going to go into the Oasis, and then we're going to then blend that onto the right-hand side. The size of the cardstock is actually irrelevant, Ben, because we're going to cut into it, as long as it's big enough for whatever word you're wanting to die cut. So let's just go in with the Oasis here.
I was thinking as well, the good news with these will go through the mini as well, won't they?
Exactly, absolutely. Now for this one, because of the length of it, I am going to use my junior plates with my G2, but if you were to do all the letters individually or that, or it's a smaller word, absolutely, it's going to go through your G2 for sure. And then going to go back in with the Parakeet and just blend that one out. and then I'm going to flip to the other end here, and then we're going to go in with the lagoon. So we're going to go in with that darker shade.
Yeah.
We're going to blend these ones in. We're just going to go, start to then cross over. They're water reactive, so in case you're wondering why I've got a bit of cardstock, the oil's in my hand. If I hold it like that, I'm going to get fingerprints.
Okay.
So I don't want that, so I'm just going to go in with a bit of card. You can use scrap if you've got any of those bills that you don't want. You start to use them. It's a nice way to discard
I love that
them.
idea. Use your old bills.
Yeah, just use your own bills.
Make use of them.
Yeah, we don't like them, so
No.
use them in a way to, you know, get advantage of your craft. But let's go in, and then that's all that I'm going to do.
Yep.
With did I just hear that right?
10% of the showstopper gone, Craig. You heard correctly. These are going to disappear. 10% gone in 15 minutes.
That's
I'm not
crazy.
surprised.
Absolutely crazy. I'm not surprised either.
No.
Not surprised. So we're going to go in with hugs. Now what I'm going to show you just here, because, in all honesty, I got caught out with this.
Yep.
The U and the end look very similar.
Oh, okay.
So you've got your U, which that one's your U, that one's your N, and you can see obviously the difference at the bottom, just there. So you can do that. What you can do is, because it's all about personalisation, Ben, if we take out the H, and if we put in the U,
Nugs.
we've then got Nugs.
Nicknames you
So
can
it's
do.
a nickname. So if you know someone, they've got a nickname, like we've got here now.
Whose nickname is that? I can't remember.
Okay, can you not remember?
Who? Oh, I can.
I don't know. She is in today.
Is she?
Is Nugs about?
Nugs.
Nugs. Doing a card for you.
I love the fact that you're doing a card for her. You came up with a nickname for her yesterday, and already you're making a lovely.
Already doing.
Oh, you're genuinely doing it.
Yeah. So although I've done hugs,
This
I
is
can
for Tracy.
really, really simply change it for someone's name.
Yeah.
Or of course it could be someone's nickname, like I'm doing here.
Because I was thinking as well, when you showed the little door hanger that said Dream, obviously you could do little door hangers for kids' bedrooms. You could do one for Tracy and have Nugs and put it on the door for the library, couldn't you?
You could.
Nugs' room.
Nugs' room.
Yeah.
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 In between, you can maybe just come along and do room as well. So it's lots of, and we're having fun here. I'm not going to have fun by the end of the day because I'm going to have a black eye. However, it is about just having fun. It's about the name. It's about that personalisation. It's your cards. It's your projects. It's your home decor. And then if we take these out, so if I take all of these ones, what's great with anything alphabet-wise, we've got the negative as well. So if I take that one off, and of course I'm not going to use it, that's why I'm just being really quite quick and just peeling it off, but you would have the negative as well. So even when it comes to the G, if you keep that centre bit, there is your negative. Ink it, spritz it,
through it,
go through it, shaker, anything like that with your acetate.
Love that.
So you've got a 2-4 when it comes to these ways. But let's move that out the way, and now we have got our Nugs. So there's our N, U, we've got our G, that we can see here, and then we've also got our S as well. So we've got our letters, and we've got that within that blended form there. Now what we're then going to do is I'm going to take just a couple of little bits of scrap here, and I love the idea of paper piecing, but I don't like the idea of doing paper piecing for our tiny little bits that I'm away to do.
So what are you inclined to do with the detail in the dies? Are you inclined to sort of underlay them like you're doing here, or colour them, or what would be your natural reaction? You
can leave them natural, so just leave it like that with the die cut. You can do a drop shadow like we'll do throughout Wake Up Call and then also within Launch Day. You can then come along and paper piece if you want to. You can go over with your double-sided adhesive sheets on the back there and do your glitter and your flakes through there as well. So there's so many ways in which you can create that accent and that focal with that little die cut. But if we go in with these ones, I'm going to take my dots. Now, we've got our OG. Remember, it's the exact same adhesive. You know, you've got our original OG one. And I'm going to go in with the dots here. So we're going to go into the back to start with, and I'm cutting these down into just little bits. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to offset it so it's behind the actual flower. I'm going to go into the second flower and then onto this bit.
Yep.
I'm then going to go in with the green. So it looks messy to start with from the back, but then all we need to do is just follow around with our scissors. So we're just going to follow that around. The other great thing with it being big and bold, if you are needing to do any trimming like I'm doing here, it's very, very simple
Makes
to
it
trim.
easy, doesn't it? Yeah.
So you might think, oh, tiny little bits of cardstock, Craig, is that a little bit of a faff? It's not, it really is quite simple. I've already done the U and the S, so I'll bring them in a moment, but we'll do the G as well. So I like to go over with my dots or your tacky glue, and I'll cover the whole lot to start with, Ben. And then on the back of the floral, I'll put whatever colour cardstock I want to use. So on this occasion, it's the pink.
Yeah.
So I'm making sure that I don't cross over into where that little swirl is that's going to be green. I'm going to turn this bit in, and then we're just going to cross that over as well.
Yep.
I'm then going to add a little bit more, and then I'm going to put my little bit of green over the swirl. And it doesn't matter if the green crosses the pink, because no one's going to see it. And then we're going to go in with the last one, and then we're just going to then pop that onto there. And then we're going to take our scissors, and we're just going to cut around. Really simple. And that's, as I said before, the good thing with, of course, the size of these is it's really, really simple to trim. So finishing that off, this could be your Shedless glitter card, this could be your, well, this is your linen cardstock, but I'm thinking if you come in with any of your foils, anything like that, it's going to be great to really, really get creative with. So if I move that out the way, and then let's bring in our G. So I've got a G that I've also cut within black.
Okay.
So let's do the N as well. So let's go in with the N. So I'm going to take that one out. I'm going to get a little bit of black card, and just to show, because it's only the one that I need to do, let's bring in our mini. So if we're doing them individually or you're just doing a few at a time, Ben, we can just pop it in, run it through. That's then going to give us our single letter that we need. Move that out of the way. And what I would be inclined to do, whereas I was talking about before, how you can then come along and you can do shakers when it comes to the waist.
Yeah.
All these little bits, keep these. These are going to be absolutely fab to use as that shaker element onto the background. So pop these ones out, pop these out. Of course, you've got your die release tool brush that you could be using. But you know what I'm like, I do love my pokey tool. So there is our, so we've got our N, we've got our U, our G, and our S. So let's take...
It's supposed to say, if anyone joining late, it is supposed to say nugs. I know a few people have said, oh, you've used the N instead of the H. It's, if you watched yesterday, you'll know it's Craig's new nickname for Tracy.
It is. And
so, and we're just proving the point that obviously you've got all the letters there, so you can basically make whatever word that you want.
Yes, because the original plan with my finished one was hugs.
Yeah.
And it was just genuine, pure coincidence that we can change hugs into nugs.
Yes.
And nugs is in today.
I just think Tracy's going to, Nugs is going to be very appreciative of this, I'm
She
sure,
is.
after the show.
She
I can
really,
imagine
really
she's going to
is.
give you a big hug when she sees this.
Big hug.
A hug from Nug.
A hug from Nug.
Yeah.
I like that. Now I'm going to change my drop shadow. You know how I tend to go down to the bottom right-hand corner here, Ben? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the top left-hand corner instead. So that's going to create my drop shadow on the opposite side as to what I'm used to.
Yeah.
So there's our N. Let's bring in our U.
Yep.
Let's do the same with the G here.
Showstoppers in Shop the Show. If you can't find it, a few people are struggling to find it, Shop the Show, or indeed if you just type it into the search bar on the website, like that, I don't know why I did that, like that, not like that, like that, you'll find it, but you've got to be quick. We're very, very busy, and I know already a lot of people are saying, can we have a floral number set to go with the alphabet? We'll put it forward. You need to type floral alphabet into the search bar, and this will come up for you. So grab it whilst you can. Over 10% of the stock now gone.
I'm not surprised. Excuse me.
Oh, you're not.
I'm not surprised at the
He's not
slightest.
surprised.
It's just, it's nice having our kind of little accent die cut detail.
It is.
You know me, I am a big fan of plain alphabets.
Yeah.
But it is nice just to have that little bit.
It's not too much, is it?
It's not too much.
No.
And therefore, it's going to be good for your mail cards as well.
Yeah, yeah.
You're absolutely going to be able to use these with the mail cards. If you're coming along with something such as your green cardstock, your brown cardstocks, that's all going to work really, really well. I'm just going to put foam pads there. I'm also going to do it onto the N. And then what we can do is I'll quickly show you, just while I've already got the inks out, I've created my background. So I will show you how I've done my background. Let's take one more off into here and pop that on. So we've now got our nugs. Just so that you know, it was going to be hugs, and I had done the 8, but on
Nugs.
the cut of yesterday, we're changing that for Tracy. So we've got, that is now our alphabet done. That's been done, my colour on the backdrop with a little bit of linen cardstock. You could use that 12 by 12 that's in the pad. But let's bring in our additional bit of watercolour card, 7 3/4 by 3 3/4.
I tell you what as well, the way you've shown us to kind of back those letters and to create those different colours, if you're someone who like hoards your scraps, they're brilliant. For even like the most minute bit of cardstock that you might have kept, these are going to be perfect for that.
100%. And hopefully you've seen it's not actually, it's not complicated to do it. Maybe you would think at first glance, oh, I need to back a tiny little bit like that. It's really simple.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really simple. And I'm just matching it with my background, going in with a parakeet and also going in with our lagoon, and added a little bit of water, and I'm just going in and I'm just tapping that onto the back. I'm just going to clean my brush off, and I'm going to go in with the parakeet, tapping like so, and that's it. That is all that I need to do. You can add a little bit more, go a little bit more heavier handed if you want to.
Nice.
And that's the dried one there. And I need to just add them to my card. I've got my tape onto the back here, Ben. So I'm just going to layer these up and put my nugs into position. There's a friend, right?
There's a phrase I thought I'd never hear you say. Alison Lee just saying, read the Floral Elegance. Thank you, Ben, for explaining that. I'm not going doolally. No, we've shifted the launch of the Floral Elegance next Tuesday. 2 big launches, next Monday, next Tuesday. You'll want to be here with us. Good morning from Linda in snowy Minnesota. Also, hi to Rosalind, who says, good morning from Maryland. I cannot wait to see the demos for these cute alphabets. Sarah Brown says, lol, that's why I love commenting when Ben is the best lead presenter. He's on. He makes me laugh in a good way with his accent, and Craig always, without fail, at the end with his flaming galah.
Your flaming galah.
You both are such a great way to make my night. Well, thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
You're always welcome.
And Sarah, please don't tell me what's happened to Neighbours, because I'm about a week behind.
All right. Keep it stum.
That is...
Hi to Phil Watson, who's joined us. Kate on YouTube has already bagged the dies. Well done, Kate.
Excellent.
Lynn says, I've bought the Showstopper, used my Gemini Club voucher. Did you now?
No,
sneaky,
nice.
Sneaky. We are approaching a fifth of the stock of the Showstopper gone. You're going to have to be quick if you want that extra 20% off within the Showstopper with all of those extra goodies as well. Hi to Phil Watson. Hi to Terry Anderson. He says, good morning from snowy Ohio. Surely, Snowhio.
Ohio.
No?
No.
Okay. I thought that was good. Hi also to Annie, says, watching this demo, I now know why. Here we go. I saved so many small scraps of paper.
Yes.
And Michelle says, I'm fighting the temptation of buying this. Don't fight.
Don't.
Just buy, because honestly, you will thank yourself later when you've got all of the letters here to be able to personalise all of your projects. The most versatile collection. I think everybody needs this. If you don't have an alphabet in your craft room, then you absolutely need to jump in and grab this today. If you don't want to go for the Showstopper, of course, you can just go for the dies on their own, bottom of the screen for that. Lorraine's just got in touch, says, hi, Ben and Craig. Hello.
Hi.
Says, I love the show. Can I use my mini plates in the MIDI?
Can you...
Use my mini plates in the MIDI?
Mini...
In the MIDI.
You can use your mini folder in the MIDI. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, absolutely. You can do that.
And hi to Suzanne, who says, today is just getting better and better. Sun, tick. Time to watch Crafters, tick. Ben and Craig, tick. And now Happy Mail, tick. Ordered the Gemini 2 and some other goodies last week and it's arrived, tick. And now we've got a card for Nugs, tick. Hugs and Nugs. Hugs for Nugs.
Hugs for nugs.
Nug hugs.
Hugs, yeah, hugs for nugs. There we go. There we are. That can go on the door of product coordination for Tracy. But it just goes to show, that's what I'd prepped, hugs, but just on a whim, off the back of yesterday. And we only mentioned it, about 10 minutes before going live, Ben?
Yeah.
You jokingly said about turning it into nugs.
Yeah.
And you can able to do that. And that's the fun thing about it. Names, of course, whether it is nicknames, of course, if it's the date of a baby that's been born, the baby's name, colour coordinate, whether it's springtime, summertime, birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas, Halloweens, you're going to be able to use these for everything. The good thing with these as well is they kill two birds with one stone. What I mean by that as well, a lot of people will ask, how do I kind of have my layout with the sentiment? What you've got with these dies there is these dies are the focal point of your card. So whether it's the name, whether it's the nickname, whatever it is, that is the focal point. So you don't need to worry about much more around it. Focus on the word, the name, the sentiment, and then you're going to have so much fun with these sizable dies. And on trend.
Absolutely on trend. And here's the thing, right? Let's not pretend that, if you really wanted to, you could go to a card shop and get a card with a normal name on it, like I don't know, like a Craig or a Ben or a Dave, whatever it might be. But you're not going to be able to go to a card shop and get like the nickname that you use, like, I know we're laughing and joking about it, but Nugs or, Craigle Bagel, or for example, if you've got like, I don't know, an Uncle Engelbert. Do you know what I mean? You're not, no, but do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? If you've got someone who's got a bit of a different name, you've got what? Have you actually, Johnny? So Johnny, for example, Seymour, a lovely name, not one that potentially you find in card shops that often now. You might find a Sam or a Steve. Seymour, probably not. But now you can, because you've got all of these fantastic letters to be able to create that personalisation, whether it be that name, whether it be that nickname. Size-wise on these as well, you'll see on the packet, they're about 3 by 1.5, so nice big size. Lovely little bit of detailing in there, and what I like about that is that it's just enough if you do want to highlight it. If you don't want to, obviously you can leave these as is as well. It's a lovely collection, all lowercase, so bang on trend. Let's just show you this, which I've got over my side of the studio as well. Great for little scrapbook pages. Great for making your own sort of frames to kind of, make a little family plaque. I just think these are absolutely stunning. And again, I'm sure we'll see as we head through the show, great for popping on your little gift boxes as well. We've got Craig's age on the box there. These are going very, very quickly. I think people are seeing the value in these. As I say, it's not like a niche launch. I can understand sometimes, we launch something, you might think, well, that's not quite, my colour scheme, or that's not quite my thing. But Alphabet, if you're making projects, cards, home decor pieces, scrapbook pages, to have an Alphabet to hand, I just think is brilliant for everybody. And particularly if you're brand new as well, get an Alphabet into your crafty life ASAP. And you're away. £48 for the Showstopper. Just to remind you, that is your platinum price, $60. You get all of these goodies. So we give you the floral alphabet, of course, and you get an extra 20% off within the bundle, and then you get all of these extra goodies. So you're going to get your 36-sheet rainbow pearl pad, which loads of you have loved. That is the sticking point when it comes to the Showstopper. That's what's going to sell out this Showstopper. Far below 200 of these now available. Very, very busy. You're also going to get your die brush tool and sponge. That's included, really handy for cleaning your dies out. And then you're getting 2 tape pens, 1 dotty tape pen, one of your normal tape pens. These are like the originals, the OGs as Craig was calling them. Exactly the same as what you're going to get in the brand new refillable ones, but these are the 22 metre rolls, if you like. Very good that we've popped in that dotty tape pen as well, because they're going to be perfect for helping you if you want to do that technique of backing the floral detail with your little bits of cardstock. Perfect for doing that. Rather than paying £35 or $49 for all of the extras, all you're paying is £18 or $28 within the Showstopper. So that's how you've got that amazing price right there. If you do just want to go for the dies on their own, they are available for you as a separate bundle. Busy for these. Lots of people going for the Showstopper, lots of people just going for the alphabet dies. There they are, £33.59 or $37.59 if you're a platinum member. It's entirely up to you which way you want to go. If you are looking for more papers to be working with as well, one of the most popular paper pads, and actually one of the most popular collections that we did at the back end of last year, was the Cheers to You. I love this. It's a beautiful set of papers for all occasions, and it's actually a bumper paper pad as well, because you know we might do like 24 or 36 sheets. This is 48 double-sided sheets with beautiful colours, beautiful patterns, beautiful designs for all occasions. One of my favourite papers of the year right there. I absolutely love that. Like one of those beautiful sort of like beach huts that you see down my neck of the woods. But look, you've got papers for all occasions. Again, you know, great to use these in conjunction with your brand new floral dies. Love the fact in here as well, whilst we've got the bright and the breezy, we have got some more sort of laid back designs in here as well. Great for those more sort of masculine makes. We've got plaid in here, we've got stripes, we've got all sorts of different designs for all sorts of occasions. And you're not just going to get that in your 12x12, you get it across your 6x6 as well. Great bundle deal on that. I thought we disappeared as far as the Cheers to You paper pads were concerned. Just got a few of these left in stock for you at £14.40 or $20.80. But again, not huge amounts of stock on those. And also back in stock, in case you didn't know, at the back end of last year, we have got your finger daubers, or the ink daubers as we call these. 40 of these you're going to get on top of that. You've also got your carry case as well. These are brilliant for sort of your intricate inking and a great way. The fact that you've got so many in here that you can pretty much have one for all of those different colours as far as your ink pads are concerned at home. Stock up on these whilst you can. These tend to be one of those items that when we get them back in stock, they disappear as quickly as anything, and then we wait for ages to get them back in. So grab these whilst you can. £19.99 is your platinum price, or $26.39 if you're shopping in the US and you're a platinum member. Loads of lovely comments coming through. Thank you for all of these. Carol's checked her basket out. Carol Willis says, "It's so sweet. I couldn't help myself. I bought them and a few other items." Terry Anderson says, "Good one, Ben. Snowhio." Thank you, Terry. Glad you appreciate my hashtag. Great jokes. Jeffrey says, "Happy Tuesday, Ben and Craig, and all the super fabulous CTV crew." We've got, by the way, I don't know if I said, we've got Johnny and James in the gallery today. Double J, making it pay.
Oh, loved him.
Who?
Double J.
Double J?
Jeff Jarrett. Cracking wrestler. He's in AEW now.
He is. Hits people on the head with a guitar, doesn't he?
He does,
That's what's going to happen to you when you leave the studio later on.
That's what Tracy's going to be doing to me, yeah.
Nug-nugs.
She's going to be hitting me on the head with a nug-nug later on.
Yeah. Alison Lee says, "I always have," here we go, "I've always had difficulty getting my son's name Graham. Graham, G-R-A-E-M-E, not Graham." So again, you're not going to have difficulty now because you've got the alphabet. Karen, "I'm a scrapbooker and these dies will be perfect for different pages." Perfect idea with these, says Kate. "My youngest is Libby and I've never found that in the stores." I think we've hit the nail on the head, haven't we, with this? For personalisation, this is the deal that you need to go for. And hi, Vicky Butterfield from Utah, who says the alphabet dies are adorable. Don't just look at them and marvel and think, oh, they're amazing. Get them now whilst you can. If it's a Showstopper year after, we are over a fifth of the stock now gone, and we're still hours away from the official launch of these. You know what's going to happen. Make sure you're not in the scrum and the scrap for the last few of the Showstoppers when these sell out. Get to the checkouts now. We'll come back with more inspiration in about 3 or 4 minutes' time. We'll see you in a moment.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right?
Yeah.
Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What did she do?
Exactly
what
how
did she do?
he looks.
This is awesome! This is awesome!
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafting obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hi, I'm Ben from Crafters TV. As you may know, we've just launched an amazing new website, our new home of papercraft to house all of your crafty needs. And as we've had a bit of a makeover, I'm here today to show you how to check out Crafters TV on our sparkling new website, including how to watch live, catch up with previous shows, and how to view the latest schedules. So, let's get started. First, go to the Crafters Companion homepage. Select the correct location at the top of the page. Click the Crafters TV icon on the top right-hand side of your screen. To watch the show live on the website, click the Watch Now button in the middle of your screen. You'll be taken to the relevant show page where you can watch the show, shop the show, and shop the day at your leisure. To view the Crafters TV schedule, click the View Our Schedule button in the middle of your screen. You'll be taken to the TV schedule where you can browse each date plus all of the shows that are on that day. You can then click on each show to be taken to a page where you can watch and shop the show. If you want to catch up on a previous show, hit the Catch Up button on the purple Crafters TV bar. Then you can scroll down to see all of the previous Crafters TV shows from recent days. If you're looking for something specific, you can click the Craft Expert, Craft Area, Shows and Date filters just above the list of shows. Take a moment to browse until you see the show you want to catch up on, then click onto the show. You'll then be taken to the catch-up page where you're free to watch the show and check out all of the crafty goodies on our Shop the Show and Shop the Day pages. Enjoy. Thank you so much, Digital Ben. He's good, that guy, isn't he?
He is, although it's getting a bit like Stephen Mulhern here in the UK, where he's on everywhere. Every single time you look up, he's there.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
So annoying, isn't he? Stephen Mulhern's doing, what's the other one? I've just seen him going to be on now.
Dancing on Ice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's now doing it with Holly Willoughby. She's coming back after our break. She's announced she's coming back to do it.
It's about time these, big TV corporations look sort of further afield for double acts. Didn't it? There must be some great undiscovered double acts out there. That are perhaps working in like a smaller sort of sort of TV station.
Can you imagine us doing like Dancing on Ice or I don't know, Saturday Night Takeaway?
Yeah.
I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here. Can you imagine us, the amount of fun that Ant and Dec have when they're live? We would have that fun on ITV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of the fun that we have here, it's totally unscripted, it's totally off the cuff.
Exactly. We don't have auto cues.
No, we don't have it all written out in front of us.
We don't rehearse.
No.
We don't plan.
No.
Yeah. ITV.
I think I would go
you
this
got
side.
that side.
Yeah, that would be right, wouldn't it?
Does that look better?
What
so
do you
I'm
think?
like the ant and you're like the Dec.
Let's not compare ourselves to those guys.
I'm the Dec and you're the ant.
You're the Dec.
Uh-huh.
Ant and Dec. Hale and Pace, yeah. Little and large.
I'm the small Dec.
Morecambe and Wise. You are.
You've got a bit of the forehead like Ant as well. Yeah. ITV, if you're watching.
Tess and Claudia. Yeah. I think we could do it.
I think we could.
Just give us a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd still come and do this, obviously.
Of course we would.
But we'd just, Saturday night we'd off to the main studios and ITV, BBC.
Or maybe if Claudia doesn't want to do series 3 of The Traitors next year, BBC, Sarah, BBC, we could then. There you go. Right, Johnny, you clip that out and send that to ITV, or Dave, or the PIC channel.
The what channel?
The PIC channel. I don't even know if that's still going now, but...
The PIC channel?
PIC, yeah.
What is that?
PIC. It's when they used to do reruns of, like, Airline and Travel Cops and Night Cops and all that sort of Murder, She Wrote and stuff
I
like
used to
that.
love Murder, She Wrote. Do, 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 do. Anyway, apparently we just had a phone call from Channel 5. We're going to be on when presenters go horribly wrong. God, I tell you what, you and I would have enough to fill up a show on our own, I think, for that.
Just.
Perfect, says Rosalind, these dies for teaching little ones the alphabet by making wall tiles. Love that idea. Why not? Why not? Busy Lizzie says, hello, Ben and Craig.
Hi.
Hello. It's a very rare morning to myself here in chilly Dormston. I'm making the most of it with some live Crafters TV, my first of 2024, where you're most welcome. So HNY all. Happy New Year to you too. I'm always behind on catch-up these days. It's lovely that you're with us. Janice says, if I order anything else, I will need my own delivery truck. Ha ha. And Sarah Brown says, the two Ronnies.
French and Saunders.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Can't think anymore.
No, I can't either.
Keep them coming. And also, I think... what?
Paul Hollywood and Prue Leith.
Not a great double act, are they?
Double act, yeah.
Cannonball.
Yeah. Susanna Reid and Ben Shepherd.
Yeah.
You
Mosby
could
and
be
Laird
Susanna,
says,
I'll be Ben. You could be Susanna, I'll be Ben. Get Sarah's wig.
Surely I'll be Ben, because I am Ben Shepherd.
There is only room in this world for one Ben. That's Ben Shepherd.
Thank you. Linda says, lol, Mosby and Laird. It's got a right ring to it, hasn't it? Mosby and Laird, Mosby and Laird, Mosby and Laird. Thank you, everybody. Mosby and Laird. Lorraine says, Laurel and Hardy. Thank you as well for everybody who's getting in touch, like Phil, for example, who's saying, it's funny how hard it is to find my name, Philip, in the shops. Most times you see it spelt with a double L. Philip is one L. This is the thing, right? Don't put up with that. You know, if you can't find your name, then you absolutely need to get this, because this allows you to create your name and everybody else's name who never gets the opportunity to have their name on a card in the shop. If that's you, today is the day. The Showstopper is proving very, very popular. We are now over a fifth of the stock gone. Remember, we had less than 200 of these to start with anyway, so you can appreciate that there's not much stock to go round. It's still, what, 3:48 a.m. Pacific. What are we, 6:48 Eastern. More people are going to wake up, more people are going to love this, more people are going to buy it. So if you have an inkling that you might want it, then get in early. £48, $60 for that Showstopper. Don't forget, if you go for the Showstopper, you're going to get an extra 20% off, and then basically you've got everything you need to be crafting with. You want cardstock? We've got you the cardstock. We've got our fantastic rainbow pearl paper pad. It's not paper, it's card. It's $250 GSM. That's the bad boy that's going to sell out the Showstopper. All right, so just to let you know, we have plenty of the floral alphabet dies to go. Well, he says plenty. We've got a lot more of the floral alphabet dies on their own to go round. That's going to sell your Showstopper out, though. We've got one of our die brush tools in there with the sponge. We've also got your two tape pens, so one standard tape pen, one of the dotty tape pens as well, which you've seen Craig already using over the course of this show. So they're going to come into their own. That is an extra £35 or $49 worth of goodies that you're already paying an extra £18 or $28 for if you go for the full collection, the Showstopper. £48 or $60 is your platinum price on that. And if you compare the price of this with the alphabet dies on its own, you can see for yourself. I think the dies are $33.59, so it's less than £15 really if you're platinum that you're paying for all of those extra goodies. And look at the dies themselves. They are absolutely brilliant. All lowercase, of course, so very sort of bang on trend as we've been talking about. Love the fact as well that you have got that beautiful detailing in there as well, which is quite sort of subtle, but you've got the ability, as Craig showed you in that last demonstration, to certainly bring that illustrative effect to the fore just by lots of different, crafty bits and pieces. Adding the cardstock in that last demo just made that floral element really pop to the fore. We've got lots more to come, loads more demos. Thank you for the laughs coming through. Sue says, you two are incorrigible, but thoroughly enjoying today's show. Why, thank you. And Busy Lizzie says, Craig, keeping with the Scottish theme, you two could be the Crankies.
Well, we could be. We could be the Crankies.
Proclaimers, Proclaimers, says Johnny. The Crankies used to live, you know, I'm from Devon originally. They live in Torquay now, the Crankies. I know because they're from Scotland, aren't they? Mm-hmm. But live in Torquay. Anyway, this great duo must move on and show you another demonstration. Bottom of the screen if you just want the floral alphabet letters on their own. There's your showstopper. What are you going to be showing us now, mister?
Right. So clean, simple, elegant, but works for a male. Let's do Dad.
Oh, nice.
Let's do Dad here. And this is, I'm showing you, no drop shadow, no backing, no nothing. Just die cut them out and stick them onto a piece of cardstock to create that card. So what I've done to start with, Ben, is I've taken one of those 6x6 from that all occasion pad that you have.
Yep.
I've actually trimmed it down ever so slightly. I've trimmed it to just over 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches. I've then given myself a black matte layer, so that's 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. I've added that on foam pads. Then onto another layer, what I've got is white cardstock. Now the white multi-purpose, I've cut to 6x6, given myself a little black matte layer. And then I've just created my own 6.5 by 6.5 card blank. So two 6.5 by 6.5. I've done a score at the top there, and then that's creating my card blank. I'm just going to press that down with the adhesive. So what I can do just shortly is when I come to build that, that's going to be the basis for my card. Quick, clean, simple, but a really good base. Then we're going to go in with our black cardstock. So I'm going to go in with Dad. So we're going to do the D and the A to start with. And I'm going to use my mini once again.
Okay.
Because yes, you can use all of your Geminis. You can use any die cutting machine. Just check, of course, the sandwich configuration for a paper craft die. So we're just going to run that through, move that out the way. If we pop that out, again, you've got the starter of a stencil or a template. So if you keep that straight, or you can go at jaunty angles, then you're going to be able to use these as a negative as well. So if I take the A out, and for all these little bits, just popping them out, but again, keep these, because if you are wanting to, or this is the prime example, Ben, if you created a shaker with this, use all the little bits that's come out as the shaker element.
Love that idea.
So you've got positive, negative, you've got the shaker, then, you know, the world's your oysters when it comes to drop shadow, back in, paper piecing, and, so.
Have you just had a light bulb?
Foil press.
Ah, yes.
Foil press. Oh, I've got my foil press in the car.
Get it out, get it out, get it out. 3 p.m.
Yeah, we'll be
lunch day show. Do it then.
It won't be wake up call. Yeah. So I'm just trying to think. So, would we be? I'm trying to think back to front. What? Yeah. Because you do. Yeah. Anyway, I'll give it a try. Give it a try and see. There'll be some words you'd be able to use, I would have thought.
You'd have to use them all, wouldn't you?
That's what I am thinking, yeah, because you do that reverse with the foil. Back to...
Yeah, so you just have... Yeah, we'll have a play in the break.
Have a play in the break.
Bit of thought behind it, but yeah.
So we can do that. So we've got D, A, and I've also done another D there, just while you were chatting there. So even black card there. Yes, you've got the little florals, you've got the swirls there, but how smart does that look, even for a masculine card? You can then do your navy card, your craft card, all those card stocks you can do.
Yep.
So let's come in here, and I've got a piece of white multi-purpose, and that is 2 1/4, and it's the same width of what I cut my 6x6 down to, which was just over 5.5. So let's take that onto a piece of black card. So with my black card, it's the same length, but I've just given myself a little bit of a black border at the top just there. What I'm going to do, I've just got a very, very, very slight overhang that's going to bug me, so let's chop that off. And then what we're going to do is if we then place them, so straight away.
Nice.
I mean, even on a 4x6 card there.
Yeah.
Really, really simple. But let's bring these layers in here. So I've already matte and layered them. I'm just going to pop them onto my card blank. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to assemble it.
How nice is this from Lynn Morton as well? He says, these dies are a canny size. I think even my dad would be able to see these on a card. Brilliant.
That's a good idea.
So nice. Again, so
Yeah.
if you do have, elderly relatives, perhaps who struggle to read sort of normal size cards, they are a big size. They are about 3 by 1.5 the size of the actual letters themselves. So really, really good size. Very busy for these as well. Producer Johnny in my ear telling me we are well over a fifth of the stock of the Showstopper gone now. It's only going to keep going at this rate. More people will be shopping in the next hour of the show. More people will be shopping in the 2-hour gap that we've got. And wait till launch when everyone gets up. These will disappear. I must just say hi to Jeffrey who's joined us. Ground covered in 12 inches of snow. It's -7 in New Hampshire. This evening, more snow, ice, and then heavy rain and high winds. 50 to 60 mile an hour winds. Flood warning been issued for the state. Well, stay safe in New Hampshire. We've been having floods over here in the UK, but I think we've got some drier weather, haven't we, coming this week?
I think so.
Just gone freezing cold now.
Have you seen the picture from Stamford, Connecticut? You know, at WWE's new headquarters? Mm-hmm. So they've got a massive, humongous replica WWE title just outside the building. I mean, it's massive. It's like the size of a building.
Yeah.
And it's been covered in snow the last couple of days because they've got bad snow.
Yeah.
It looks really, really smart. Really, really smart. Because I do know there is a number of places across the US that are being hit bad with snow just now.
Yeah.
You'll see it. You'll see it has been on
Like
social pages and that. That's it. Yeah, and it's covered in snow just now.
Oh, wow.
It looks so smart.
That is a big belt.
Big belt.
Yeah. You got a few belts, haven't you?
Funny enough, I did. Yeah, me and Johnny were doing a little bit of wheeling dealing over the weekend via
Acquired
WhatsApp.
a few more, didn't you, over the weekend?
Yeah, you were actually in that chat as well.
I was.
Yeah.
Producer Johnny was doing his best shopping TV. All 3 belts. All three belts. How much?
I'm presuming, Johnny, that Leo did know that you were selling his titles.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Johnny's son gets home after school. Where's all my stuff gone, Dad? I flogged it, son. I flogged it. Dad's off down the pub.
Craig's now got them. Actually, they're still in the green room. Still in the green room.
Just whilst you're sticking as well, Lynn's just got in touch just saying, is there a wrong and right way to blend ink pads? Which is the best for blending? Because I know you did some blending on that first card.
I would say go back to yesterday's show.
Yep.
It was Monday Makers, wasn't it?
It was Monday Makers, yeah.
Monday Makers, where I'd done a little 10 minutes or so when it comes to blending with the ink pads here. What I've done within this one, I wonder if I can show you, because I've got the A in mid-air, purposely I've got it in mid-air, because then you've got that creative play. You can have it all on one level, but of course, because something like the A is smaller than something like the D, there's nothing stopping you from having it higher up to creating that visual impact as well. So you've got that play that you can have, or maybe you want to go into the centre. In actual fact, let's just go down flat. I'm just going to press that in, and then I usually don't bother about gems or embellishments, but I'm doing it just because I want to show, just by adding just a couple of little embellishments, whether it's a few gems or pearls.
Yeah.
I'm just going to add this in to there. 3s, 5s. I will talk a lot about positioning 3s, 5s, etc., on Monday.
Oh, yeah?
So if you ever struggle about positioning or the numbers when it comes to embellishments or things like that, I'll talk you through a lot more on Monday. But let's do this last one.
Rosalind's just asking, Craig, which double-sided tape is stronger, the one you just used or red liner tape?
Red liner tape. Red liner tape is always the strongest. So I'm just going to then tilt that back.
Love that.
There we go. Clean, crisp, simple. But what dad or male wouldn't love a card themed like that?
Yeah, really brilliant. Strip back, and like you said, brilliant for those guys perhaps who are difficult to make cards for. That is absolutely brilliant. I love that. I love that so much. Hi to C. Lee, who's joined us, saying good morning. I have a few questions not related to the show. Firstly, though, I hope Craig's mum had a lovely birthday.
She did. Thank you very much for asking. Thank you for everyone that sent her birthday wishes. She did see them all. We had a lovely day, the 4 of us, me, mum, my stepdad and my older brother. we don't do lots together, me and my brother, so to actually have the four of us, we went bowling. Mum wanted to go bowling, a new camping bowling that was in Dundee, so we went there and we had a great time. And then on Sunday, we went out for a meal as well, so it was lovely. It was lovely just being back. And it was lovely actually spending our birthday, because I'm usually back here on Crafters TV after the new year, so it was nice to actually go home and celebrate.
She also goes on to say, YouTube boys are costing me a fortune whenever you are on air together. Lol. Apologies for that. Her questions. How do I find the videos on YouTube regarding dies I have, e.g. cut and emboss?
Type the title in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go into YouTube.
Go to the Crafters TV YouTube channel and then just type in whatever you've got, and all the videos relating and pertaining to that particular item should crop up. And she also says, if I cut a rubber mat, could I use the MIDI to emboss a stencil? I see what you're saying there. So if you cut it down to go through.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No.
No, it's to do with the depth of the mouth of the mini and the folder. You need to keep in mind it's the depth of the folder as well. So you've got no give, because it's a folder leaving action. You've got no give that you can then, for instance, you do it with the Gemini plates, you take out your magnetic shim.
Yeah.
You've got nothing to take out when it comes to your Gemini Mini, so no, I wouldn't recommend it.
There you go. Get your questions coming. That is what we are here for. And if you're looking for some really beautiful paper pads to work alongside your brand new alphabet dies, of course, you're getting that rainbow pearl pad within the Showstopper. We've got the Cheers to You pads, which Craig has just used as well there on the show. And also, again, why did I think that the Neon Dreams pads had disappeared? We've still got them. They're here. The two-piece collection, because you're getting your 6x6 and your 12x12, the most extravagant, beautiful, over-the-top paper pad that we did at the back end of last year, where the majority of you were saying, you know what, I love both of the designs here, but the reverse, I think, was the main winner with most people. Loving that kind of like marbled effect, that sort of oil on water effect that you're achieving there. And then the A side, very much, I mean, just crazy designs, bright, bold, beautiful. We described this one as Debbie Robinson, didn't we, in a paper pad. It is absolutely stunning. So many beautiful designs. Love that. Almost like the sort of lava slick from a volcano. But look again here, that beautiful marbled effect that you're achieving here. The colours are so bright and bold and beautiful, but then of course you've got that wonderful sheen effect on that pearl cardstock as well. And it is cardstock. I know we call these paper pads 300 GSM, actually, your Neon Dreams, and you're getting that once again in your 6x6 size too. So if you want those smaller sizes, then we are breaking it down for you into the 6x6 as well. And once again, that is gorgeous 300 GSM cardstock. Both of those are the 20% saving in that bundle, and if you're platinum, you're down to just £17.90 or £24.26. And just a quick question before we go to a break. Really good questions these there. Love this. Love the interactivity. Lynn is asking, and this is a really, really good question, actually. She says, I know Craig has just laid outside letters down first, but is it best to lay the middle letter down first to get your spacing?
So that is a really, really, really good question. That depends on the card. It depends on the size of the card that you're doing. It depends on the letters as well that you're doing as well. So whereas I've got an odd number, I'll tend to do the outside letters first, so I get the left and the right correct, and then I know I've got that centre bang on. If it's even numbers, I'll tend to work around the middle letters, and then, so say for instance, it's four letters, I'll maybe position the two inside letters, then finish off. So that is a really, really good question. But yeah, what I tend to do, if it's an odd number, I'll do the outside letters first, work in. If it's an even number, I'll start with the letters inside or numbers and work out one. But that is a really, really good question.
Love that. Keep this coming in, and we'll do some more potentially towards the end of the show. Any questions you want to ask about this particular launch, anything to do with anything we've got on the show, or indeed if there's something that you're currently stuck with, fire them in, and we will put those to Craig towards the end of the show. But your main focus now really is getting this Showstopper checked out, because it is so super busy. We are approaching I can't believe we're saying this, 65 minutes into the sort of sneak peek show, we're approaching a quarter of the stock of that Showstopper gone. A lot of people as well, actually, just shopping for the brand new dies on their own. We've got more stock there, but whichever one you're going for, Do be quick because it's a busy, busy day. Let's give you opportunity to check out, opportunity to fire in more questions as well, and we'll come back with some more demonstrations in about 4 minutes' time.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comforts of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
Many of our viewers bring up time and time again, and that's our wax seal gate. Thinking, Joe, it might not work as well because I've put too much. Oh, I've forgotten to put me thing in place. Because I have a way of words that I think that doesn't engage with that and can come out all wrong. Water.
That wasn't the one you just washed your brush in, was it?
Sorry. Yes, but it doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't, was it? It was. Are you kidding?
I'm going to have to say, it's a slip of the tongue. I'm going to say it's maybe to do with my Scottish accent. I'm maybe going to say it's because of Mr. Ben Mosby. He is, well, yeah, he doesn't help matters.
I've made pots that have exploded when I fired them. I've done zips in inside out. It happens to everybody.
We've all spilt our glitter all over our project or knocked the water over.
You're right.
I've just noticed I've got my dress on inside out.
So I was messing about doing some backgrounds with the sparkling, took the lid off it and managed to catch the pot somehow, and the whole thing came towards me, down my front, across my lap, onto the floor.
I went to reach for the water and, you know, do the tapping with and so there was less tapping and more sort of a tsunami. I've got some.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for checking out your carts and your baskets. We are busy today. I knew we would be. Called it earlier on. I said this launch is going to fly, and it is. We are approaching a quarter of the stock of the Showstopper gone because everybody wants to be able to have that chance to personalise projects, whether it's cards, whether it's on boxes, whether it be for home decor pieces, whether it be for your scrapbook pages, you know, creating sort of mementos. It's great, isn't it, to have an alphabet at your fingertips, and that's what you've got here. And as I said to Craig earlier on, I've been here, just over 3 years now. I can't recall. I know we've done like the left fold alphabet, and I know there's been some like alphabets within like the builder blocks and within Softcraft, but I can't recall us doing a brilliant alphabet set like this, all lowercase again, so you've got it like bang on trend. And of course, what I love about this is that you've got that floral detailing as well, which you can really sort of bring to the fore should you wish. Craig's already shown you one way of being able to do that. But, you know, if you just want to leave it a little bit more stripped back, you can simply leave as is. But what a lovely way to be able to personalise. And I just love it as well. We know so many people messaging in already saying, oh, you know, well, like Phil, for example, I'm Phil 1L, not 2Ls. So I find it hard to get cards. If you've got people who have nicknames, for example, you're never going to find that, are you, in the card shop? You have now got full craftability when it comes to personalisation. These are available on their own. If you just want to grab the dies on their own, you can. Most people going for the Showstoppers, you'll understand when I tell you we are almost at a quarter of the stock gone. The value for money is in the Showstopper because you are going to get an extra 20% off, and then on top of all of that, you get all of the extra goodies. And this is actually an extra £35 or $49 worth of goodies that you're only paying £18 or $28 for. We give you the fantastic rainbow pad, that beautiful pearl cardstock. You're getting double-sided in all of the colours of the rainbow there. 36 sheets. There's the price police. I know it's an absolute crime, isn't it? This deal. Ooh, seriously, take me away, officer. You've also got in there. The deals are a steal, Johnny, they are. You've also got your die brush tool in there as well. And alongside that, we're giving you 2 of our tape pens, 1 of our original glue tape pens. These, of course, 22 metres, 72 feet you're getting within the actual rolls themselves. And then you've also got one of our Dotty glue tape pens as well. Once again, the original length, so 22 metres of tape there. £48, $60. And again, if you are brand new to us, you've not yet shopped, and you're thinking, oh, what a great way to start off my card making, to be able to personalise all of my projects. I want these. Sign up to Club Inspire, do it on the website. You'll get 20% off your first order. So that price will be yours, free to join the club as well. Whilst you are on the website, don't forget, of course, we've got our sort and store event as well with up to 30% off various storage solutions. So do have a little click in and have a look. Thank you for the questions coming through. Towards the end of the show, we're going to do a bit of a Q&A with Craig or Bagel. So if you've got any questions you want to fire in, a bit like we do on Beautiful Beginnings, you know, we'll have a sit down and a bit of a chin wag. So any questions about the launch, any questions about anything you're stuck with, I can already see we've got questions coming in from the likes of Carol and also Rose, so we'll tackle those questions. But fire in anything else you want to ask Craig, you know, generally, anything, you know, nothing is off limits here. Anything you've, anything, Johnny, anything you've always wanted to ask Craig, but you've been too afraid to ask me and I'll ask him, all right? So fire those questions in, and we'll have a little bit of a sit-down sesh on the sofa towards the end of the show.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah?
These would be good for going into Valentine's. Personally for Valentine's, memory books, scrapbook pages.
Yeah.
You know, will you be my girlfriend, my boyfriend? Will you marry me? Yes, no, maybe.
Well, someone sends you a card going, will you marry me? And then you make one back. No.
Hey. So, hey, that would be a memorable proposal, wouldn't it? On the back of it, you could say, I'm only joking, yes. Can you imagine that, saying to the kids or grandkids, your mum or your granddad said no to me to start with?
Mm. Imagine that, everybody.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Let us know how you were proposed to.
Yeah.
Or how you proposed. Proposed? How you proposed. Right. Let's get back on over to Craig. What are you going to do for us next?
Right, let's do a new baby box. Let's do that box that I showed you earlier on. But first of all, let's have another look at some finished samples that we've got here. Now, this one I didn't show you right at the start. And in actual fact, it is on the packaging of the dies. So our Marie's made this one here. Splatter effect on the background, and then you can see going in bright with all of your different colours there. There is, of course, the one that I done earlier on. Of course, I done nugs instead. Then doing your ink. So because you can personalise, you can do whatever name or whatever alphabet, whatever letter, whatever you want. It could be mum or mom, or it could be mam, or it could be mother, anything like that, grandmother, anything like that. another one pink one with love. You're then going to do, I think it really works well doing a drop shadow with the black, but then home decor. Do the home decor, get your plaques in, get all your glitter paste, get in with your mesmerising glitter and your stencils, you can do that. Die cut the letters into white multi-purpose, put the stencil over the top and then ink through them or glitter through them as well if you want to. They're really, really fun for making your big bold cards. Do bunting.
So much. Oh, I love that idea.
So-and-so's birthday, happy first birthday, something like that. The bunting doesn't need to be big. Bring in any of the dies that Becky's had over the past, the triangle dies, builder blocks, anything like that. Then, of course, you can do the bunting with all your individual letters and names you can do. I mean, another big one as well. But then you can do your theme, you can do your concept, you can do your ellipse effect as well. So that's die cutting it back in the cardstock, keeping it in the card, but just elevating it with some foam pads. And then it's giving you that ellipse effect. You know, your boxes, shadow boxes, gifts. It could be for the kiddie's bedroom door if you wanted it to be, or for a fairy garden, anything. So much fun. Gift bags, whether you buy pre-bought gift bags or you make your own gift bags that are Marie's done here, and you can have that play as well. Isn't that fab? Absolutely fab. Or you can go dinky if you want to.
I love that, though. So cute.
Well,
cards. Hi.
Really cute. Just hi, hello. That you could do inside little slits in there and put a gift card or something like that in as well. How fab's that?
And the majority of the time we're seeing the cards or the letters with the floral detailing coloured. Is that done with how you showed us before with the cardstock behind, or sometimes are we colouring the background and then laying it over the top?
It could be anything like that. So you could do it the way that I done it. It could, of course, just be overlay onto cardstock and go in with your fine outliners. Or, of course, you can then just be colouring. So die cut your letter. Then, of course, onto your cardstock, just scribble some classics, tri-blends, glitter pens, your pigment pens, anything like that. And then, of course, overlay over the top. It could be paper piecing if you want to do paper piecing. I love it. I maybe wouldn't paper piece at all, but it's what I call selective paper piece. Maybe just the little floral bits or that. So you've got many ways that you can build up that layers. You have that depth as well. But then you can then do creative things as well. You know, drop shadows, like there's just the bee that we've got here. Keeping it simple, but creating that additional kind of visual by doing a dark drop shadow. That's going to be in the navy because we're going to do it for a baby boy, and that's what we're going to do right now. So let's dive in, because I'm thinking then, Ben, I've done it whereas I've done colour at the back. I've done it whereas I've just left it, die cut it, put it straight on. We can do it with a drop shadow, and in many other ways through the actual launch day just shortly.
Love that. Michael Adams says, Ben and Craig, the modern day Laurel and Hardy. You're both so funny. Thank you.
Thank you.
We try. Wendy Graham says, I've just bought the dies. Marvellous news. You're going to absolutely love these. And Mistress Dow says, I proposed to my husband whilst he was in the bath.
Oh, nice.
So...
There you are.
Is brilliant. Do you know what I've just thought about with these as well, which I think would be lovely for a little bit of home decor? We've, a few years ago actually, I think it was my dad that bought it for us. He bought us a lovely piece of like home decor, and what it was like a crossword puzzle with all of the names of our family members like intertwined.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, over the years, obviously we said goodbye to Mac last year and the cat, because it was like Mac was on there, our cat Nut was on there as well. And I only said to Laura the other day, we need to get like an updated little picture there to get, you know, like Ben, Laura, Molly, George and Daisy, and join it all up, and you could create a lovely piece of home decor like that for your family, couldn't you? Joining all those names up to create that sort of like crossword effect. So I think that's another thing to do with these.
Absolutely, that's really good. That would be really, really fab to do as well. But then what you can also do is if I take, I've got a funny feeling I didn't clean these dies, i.e. clean them as in when I used that lagoon earlier on. Let's have a look and see. Let's take that one out. We've got a bit of tinge, but hey, it works with the blue that we're going to use here. So let me just pop these out, and then I've got a bit of blue, which that blue is from the 12 by 12 that we've got. So from that pad.
Just pop the details of the dies on the road on the screen for you there, because a lot of people are going for that option as well, away from the Showstopper. So $33.59 or $37.59 is your platinum price on those. Hi also to Betty Weaver, who's joined us, saying hello from Idaho. And Janice Watson says, I was on deployment and received a letter saying, "I think we should get married. My hubby has never been the romantic type."
What a nice little surprise.
I don't really like talking about it. I proposed with flowers. It's such a rubbish way to do it, I think.
That's very romantic.
Is it?
Yeah.
I sent flowers to a workplace. I don't know if that was like particularly good, but
Proposing's too overrated nowadays.
what proposals?
Yeah.
You think?
So overrated, says him that's never done it.
The awkward thing was though is
I
of
want
course
tips.
don't
I need
do
to find someone to actually use the tips on, the ideas on. You know what I mean?
So I sent the flowers, and then obviously she rang up and she was like, "Oh yes, yes, yes," and I thought, well, I better do it properly, you know, when she gets home. And then that evening we got home, and her mum just happened to come round as well. So I actually got down on one knee and proposed in front of her mum.
Did you?
Yeah, I'd asked her dad. Like her dad knew all about it because, you know, I'm sort of traditional in that sort of way. But yeah, that whole it was a bit cringe, I thought, but never mind.
And how many years have you been married?
Oh, great.
Oh, sorry.
It will be 18 years this September. 18
Wow.
blooming years. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's epic.
that is. It is.
Johnny, how long have you and Gemma been married? 12 years.
12 years for Johnny. And there you go. That's showbiz. Johnny proposed at the top of the London Eye. Oh, he was nervous going up because there was another couple in the pod, and he was thinking, if he proposes before me, can you imagine? Did he? Or did he do it afterwards?
Tourists.
Yeah. Did they give you a round of applause after you proposed? And you got a free photo as well.
Could you not have asked to go in a pod on your own?
Yeah, that is a good point, actually. I love that. Well, I had to have paid for it. It would have been more expensive.
Yeah. She's got a trip to London.
Yeah, trip to London, trip on the London Eye, expensive ring, not getting a pod to yourself as well.
But could you imagine it? You know, something like that, Ben, if you've got then, you know, if you take a picture of yourselves after you just or just after you've proposed or been proposed to, and then, you know, you could always come along with, you know, that could be London. And then, you know, you could have that in the photo frame or the memory book or something like that. You know, all these different things. And that's the great thing with having your alphabets. Because you've then got your different, you've got them all in the same size, but like, for instance, the E is a little bit shallower than the W in that. So if you want to space things out vertically, horizontally, you've got that creative play with them as well. And as I say, you know, very unisex when it comes to these.
Yeah. Anne Myers just says, I love to hear from men about proposals. Your perspective is very different from us women. Yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it? It is a lot of pressure, I think. I mean, it was. I think, you know, predominantly we have ladies watching. What's considered a good proposal then in your minds at home? How would you like to be proposed to, potentially? Yeah. Just out of interest.
That'd be interesting.
Give him some ideas as well, as he was saying.
For when the day comes.
Yeah.
If it ever comes.
It will. What are you talking about?
Our baby blue Centura Pearl. Now, I've cut this to 10.5 inches by 7.5 inches, and I've scored it 1 inch all the way around, Ben, and that's for the box lid, so that's on the box lid side. Our plaid pads, 8 inches by 5 inches, and I've given myself a little white matten layer, and that's just our white multi-purpose. I've then gone in with another bit of the baby blue, and I've cut that to 7.25 by 4.25, and I've done a little shadow, and that's with it, our little shadow, little matten layer, and that's with one of the deep blues within that 12 by 12. That's just going to go into there, and then what we're going to do is let's bring in our alphabet. So let's bring in, there's the one that I've done there, new, so let's do the new. Let's bring in the baby. We bring that in. So maybe it is for a new baby that's just been born, or maybe you want to make like a little keepsake box.
Oh, cute.
So that, of course...
yes, all like memories and things like that.
Yeah. If you made it bigger, which you might want to make it bigger, you know, it could be their name, of course.
Yeah.
Or it could be the month, if you wanted it to be. Or don't forget, bring in your other alphabet dies. So it could be their name, it could be their month within these metal dies, floral alphabets, but maybe your Gemini Mini with maybe the date or something like that. So start to bring in all your other alphabet dies that you've got as well, because they're all going to work well together. You don't need to use them as standalone. And then that's it, just taking personalisation, making it special. And that's what alphabets do, because this could be, as I say, new baby's memory box as first, you know, the first curl, then their first tooth, or their first mitts, or, you know, the band from when they were born. And at the
exactly
hospital.
right.
All of these things.
I love the fact that everyone keeps all of those, because, you do, don't you? The little band from the hospital, first curl, like you say, the teeth as well. I must have told you that story about my mum.
Don't think so.
We never, it's just so weird. Well, you can let me know if you think this is weird. So we never had the tooth fairy never came to our house.
Right.
Because my mum kept all of our baby teeth, both mine and my sister's, and she still, it's just so weird. She still got them, and what she did is she made, she made a pair of blue tack gums.
What?
True story. She made, so I had a set of blue tack gums, my sister had a pair of blue tack gums, and when a tooth fell out, she would write on the card, she had a bit of card with the blue tack gums, what the date was when the tooth fell out, and she stuck it into the blue tack gums. So we've still got all of our baby teeth at home in a little box with all the
That's something like
dates when they fell out
or something.
I know, right? Yeah, that's a true story, everybody. Please don't think I'm weird.
That's what, well, the guy didn't do that in Thanksgiving, but, you know, he was playing with teeth, wasn't he not, when we went to see that film?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. They're not in the baby memory box for you guys. Imagine someone broke into the house.
I found those. Rosalind says, that box top is giving off a cute little picture frame layout.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you trim the tabs of the box, then yeah, that could go into a box frame. You do that with do it in the blues for the boys, do it in the pinks for the girls. If you're selling them on a stall, and maybe someone's going to buy it, they don't know the sex of the baby, do it in yellows or do it in ivories.
Yeah.
And therefore, that's going to cover whether it's going to be a boy or a girl. So yeah, even now I'm just starting to think all these different things, Ben.
Yeah. I love Rosalind's idea earlier on of just saying, you know, using these to create a little alphabet chart for when the kids are learning the alphabet.
Blocks. Use your scoreboard, make little blocks, blocks.
Building blocks.
And then, do you remember our picnic boxes? It's the little square ones, Ben, and we had, there was the stencils and the fold out.
Yeah.
So I done 4 and I done A, B, C, D on the back of them. Start to use these, because I use the left-fold alphabets, but you can use, of course, the floral alphabets for those.
These are going as well, by the way. Now, in the last few minutes, I've just seen Evelyn, who says, I've just purchased the floral dies. Michael Adams has just ordered the Showstopper. Thanks to Wendy, who says, my husband proposed to me at Bamburgh Castle, and we've been married 37 years in April. I've got 2 deliveries arriving today. And Sue Henderson, this is brilliant. I proposed to my now husband at the Trevi Fountain in Rome. He had his back to the edge of the fountain, and there were hundreds of people around, so there was nowhere to run.
Do you know what I would say, this day and age, I know some guys are like, I want to be the one to propose. If I met someone and they proposed to me, I'd be more than happy if she proposed to me.
Well, this year, officially you can as well, can't you? Because it's a leap year.
Okay.
So this is the year that, I mean, you know, you do whatever you want to do, but in tradition, they say that the leap year is the year when the lady can propose to the guy. So look out, Craig.
Look out.
Might be your year.
So top of a box that you can see there. If I take that lid off, this one here, Ben, this was our cardstock. Now with that one, it was 13.5 inches by 10.5 inches, and I scored it 2.5 inches on the box base. And that gives me the base. There I've just created the lid, but what about using your Gemini mini dies as a way to decorate And then there we go, new baby. So new baby for the boys, it could be for the pink for the girls, or of course it could be 18th birthday, so it could be their name, and then bring in maybe your left-fold alphabets or Gemini mini dies with your letters and tie them, and you're going to have that difference as well. Just great set, brilliant, brilliant set. I absolutely love them, absolutely adore these dies.
Lillian says, I've just tuned in. Ben's baby teeth, pictures please. I will, I lost my mum. She's definitely still got them. Anne says, Ben, the tooth fairy owes you, with inflation and interest, you now may be able to retire. Yeah, imagine if I put those under the pillow now. I could be a millionaire. Linda says, I've still got my daughter's baby teeth. She's 34 nearly. Here you go. No blue tack gums, though. I know that's probably a step too far. Love that box, says Linda. Absolutely. Loads of great ideas, loads of inspiration for you. If you want to go, whether you're going for the alphabet on its own, you've got a bit more time here. If you're just going for the alphabet deal on its own, so all 26 of those dies, you've got a bit more time. We've got a little bit more stock available for you at £33.59 platinum or $37.59. This is one of my faves. I've got this over my... Look at that. I mean, how gorgeous. Again, you talk about being able to kind of like capture a moment and create, a beautiful picture or beautiful scrapbook pages, memory albums. This is absolutely the way to be able to do it. Total personalisation. That is what you've got with this collection. I truly believe that this is going to be a die set which is going to sit there on your craft desk that you will use time and time and time again, whether it is for cards, scrapbook pages, home decor pieces. Make sure you grab it today. If you want your best value for money, it is with the Showstopper, where you're going to get an extra 20% off, plus all of these other goodies. You're going to get your rainbow card pad in there, 36 double-sided sheets. You're also going to get your die brush tool with the foam included, and you've got 2 of our tape pens, one normal, one dotty. Those are the original ones, so 22 metres you're going to be getting. £18 or $28 is what you pay extra on top. You should be paying an extra £35 or $49. But listen, this is the best way to go. We're a quarter of the stock now gone of the Showstopper. 90 minutes into the sort of sneak peek. We're 2.5 hours away from the launch. You can expect this to disappear. It's very, very busy. Everybody wants this. Everybody wants to be able to personalise, and Alphabet is so handy for everybody. It's not a niche launch. This is a launch which everybody is going to want to get. Make sure you get yours before somebody else does. £48 or $60 is your platinum price. Launch party tonight. So you've got me and Craig for the official launch of these at 3 o'clock this afternoon. That is 10 a.m. Eastern. Then tonight we've got launch party where Lily is going to be stepping in to demo for you over the other side of the studio, where we will be bringing you the lace nesting dies, a 6-piece collection, 18 dies in total. When did we launch these? Was it Friday? I lose track of time. It was back end of last week, wasn't it? It was Friday with Corin. You guys absolutely loved these, actually, with the versatility that you had with them. All the different shapes. Great sizes as well, and you've got the 3 different dies within each set, so perfect for creating those cards with that sort of depth and detail. Great for creating your mats and layers. Great for creating all sorts of different styles of cards. I particularly like the ones that Corin was doing when she was kind of creating interlocking cards over the gatefold. There's so many different ways that you can use these, and as I said, you're going to get all of the different shapes and sizes. So squares. This one here is your rectangles, called antique frame. If you want to go for that one as an individual, check the website for the details of the individual buys. We've actually got 2 circle lace nesting die sets. This one is called your lace doily. Mix and match that one up if you like alongside this one, which is the other circular set, which is called your delicate doily. This is beautiful. I think one of my faves, and certainly one of your faves as well, the stunning ornate ovals. And then the one which as an individual was flying out of the door was this one here, which is that beautiful swaddling heart. All of them, as I say, available as individual sets, but if you want the best value for money, again, save that 10%, less your Club Inspired discount, and your platinum price is £56 or $72. More of those a little bit later on in launch party. I do believe also we'll be looking more at the new launch today, and I think we've got those glitter pastes, mesmerising glitter pastes on the show for you as well. Rosalind says, make some Scrabble tiles with these letters for game night. Why not? Why not? Absolutely do that. Adriana says, lovely box. Anne says, I've ordered my set. I'm looking forward to working with them. And Lynn Morton saying, lovely box, very pretty, Craig. Thank you. We've got some questions coming in. If you've got any more questions that you want to fire our way, we're going to be having a little bit of a sit down at the end of the show whilst we're waiting for the vote for the demo of the show. So any questions you want to ask, Craig, about this show, about this launch, anything we've got on the shows today, any project that you're currently a little bit stuck with, feel free to ask those questions. And anything you want to maybe ask Craig today, if there's a question that you want to ask him, ask Craig. Right, final demo on the alphabet. What are you going to show us?
So what we'll do is we won't do a full demo, we'll do a technique. I'll show you how you can use your double-sided sheets with your gilding flakes on the back of the little fine detail. However, do you want to see what we're going to be doing on launch day?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. So, we're going to do a number of techniques. I'm going to do that bridge effect that you can see here.
That's cool.
So, we're talking about love, we're going to do that bridge effect. And I've actually used a bit of acetate onto the back here. So, the OV and the E looks as though it's hovering. We're going to do a cut-in effect, because these are actually layered right into the backdrop there with gold in the back. So, we're going to do that one. We're going to do, not quite 12 by 12, but a little bit personalisation when it comes to, of course, the actual scrapbook page or memory book page.
Look at Clebby.
We've got our congrats. We're going to do congrats. We're going to do the little tassel as well. We're going to do
that is such a cool idea and such a great use of tassels.
Thanks. Thanks. So if you got them from your Venetian, was it Venetian Grace?
There was a couple of sets. Venetian Grace did, and there was another set that had tassels.
Another one,
was it the Bohemian?
I think, yes, it was.
It was, wasn't it?
So we're going to do that one.
That's awesome.
What about bookmarks?
Nice.
We're going to do a bookmark as well, so someone that loves to read. And then a gift bag for someone. We're going to do for someone, elder generation, that's in their 80s and they're celebrating their 80th birthday.
Is this all in launch?
We are going to do our darndest to get them in.
How many did you just show us there? It felt like there's about 8 different things.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6.
Okay.
There's 6. So what I'll do is, in between break, I'll do the simplistic mats and layers so that they're all stuck together. I'll talk you through the mats and layers within launch day, but we can dive straight in and do our absolute best to get all 6 of them done.
Perfect.
But I've just taken 3 letters here. Let's do joy. Now, what I'm going to do for this one, to start with, Ben, is we're going to cut them into our chosen cardstock. So we're going to take our cardstock. I've just taken Nina cardstock here. That's why it's not quite as bright. No reason as to why I've done Nina, just it's what I grabbed to hand there. So it can still be your white multi-purpose or anything like that. What I need to do, I'm fine, I'm going to keep on going just now. So we're going to cut out all of our letters here. So if we take them out, move them out the way, and then take the J, the O, and then we're also then going to do the Y. So this does involve a little bit of fussy cutting if you're wanting to use your gilding flakes and your glitters onto the little fine detail. It's not, because of the size of them, this fussy cutting, it's very quite straightforward. Yeah. Certainly when it comes to all these letters, the only one you just need to spend a little bit of time with is that centre of the O, but I'll show you that. So let's take our letters, that's all of those little bits, all popped out now. And we're going to take that last one, and I can set that out the way now. What I've then got is a piece of our double-sided adhesive sheet. Now, just as long as it's big enough to fit the letters, I don't quite need it even that big. So I'm just going to trim that down slightly. Okay. And then we're going to come in with another piece of cardstock here. I'm going to come in with the card, and we can then take our sheet. So let's take our sheet off. So that's the backing, the sticky backing on that side. So I'm going to pop that one on here. And then what I'm going to do, so I don't gunk my scissors, I'm going to cut onto the actual double-sided adhesive backing. So we're going to chop all that off. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take that backing off. So we're going to take the backing, let's press that in. I'm going to remove that off. And then let's go in with the J. Yep. So again, we're going to cut all these out, so they don't need to be neat, but we're going to go with the J, I'm then going to go in with the O, and then I'm going to come along with the Y. Then what I'm going to do, let's take that bit from the back in, and we're going to press that on, and we're just going to press that down. So press that down, and then what I'm also going to do, while the back in is on, because I can see the letters, I'm going to roughly cut around, Ben. Just roughly cut, get rid of all that excess.
Yeah.
So we can see if I take that away, it just makes it easier to cut around.
Just to say as well, whilst Craig's cutting, if there's any one of those particular demos that you want to see before any of the others in the launch show, do let us know. Lots of people commenting on the Clemmy pic that you they showed us. Lots of people, I think, love Clemmy, including Rosalind, who says Clemmy is adorable.
She really, really is.
She looks like a cute... Is she a good dog?
She really, really is.
Yeah.
Mad as a hatter in the house.
Yeah.
But see if she's out for what's obviously down to the way that my mum and stepdad have trained her.
Does she go off lead on a walk?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she does with John, my stepdad. My mum is still a little bit wary.
Okay.
She has nothing to be wary about.
No.
Because she's absolutely brilliant off the lead. And even when I walk her off the lead, you get to the end of a road and she'll just stay, and then she'll look up because she knows that she gets a treat.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, although she's well trained already, we've just kept that little treat. Just keep encouraging her, so that she knows every time she gets to the end of a road.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, if we're on like the high street or the main road,
Oh yeah, always on
we
lead,
do
yeah.
have her on. Although
Yeah.
she would be absolutely fine, we still have her, or certainly John does, still have her on the lead. But she's absolutely brilliant. Her recall is absolutely brilliant.
I think the sooner you can let them off as pups, the better. That's what we did with Molly. You know what I mean? You just let them off and you get them used to it. She's brilliant though, because she can go like miles away, like, you know, herding something or other.
Yeah.
A butterfly or something. And as soon as you whistle or call her, she comes right back. Because, again, she knows she's going to get a treat, you see.
Yeah,
She comes back.
That's the thing about them, isn't it? You
Yeah.
know, just, I love the cuddles. I love the cuddles from her.
So cute.
So cute.
Couple of quick comments here as well. Thank you, everyone still talking about my teeth. Greg says, Ben, I've just done the maths from 1980s prices and inflation. If you would have had then 50p a tooth, it would have been 10. But with today's prices, your teeth are worth £40. So maybe I'll get them back off my mum next time. I'm thinking of maybe going back to Devon at the end of Feb, so I'll get them then. I'll put them under my pillow and I'll await the cash from the tooth fairy. And Hannah Gosling-Smith says, I proposed to Matt in bed. I'd watched A Star is Born earlier that day, and that film broke me and made me realise I didn't want to live without him. Oh. I've never seen that movie.
Oh, it's a good film. It took me a couple of years to see it, and then once I did...
It was a remake, wasn't it?
Really, really good. Fascinated by it. I know it's a totally different film, but the other one, it took me years to watch. I'm like, why did it take me so long? The Greatest Showman.
Oh, my goodness me. That is, I think, definitely in my top 20 movies of all time.
Yeah.
So good.
So good.
Such a good movie. Hugh Jackman, what a talent that man is.
Incredible talent.
Yeah.
Really, really is. The singing, the dancing.
Yeah.
I think even as a human being, you see him on interviews.
Such
and
a nice
he's so
guy,
down
isn't he?
to earth, isn't he? Really is down to earth. You know, you could be making a card for Hugh Jackman if you want to.
You could.
You could.
Because there's another name that you probably wouldn't see that often in a card shop,
nope.
is it? Hugh?
Nope.
You know.
So I've cut that one out.
Hugh, if you're
Ben.
watching, by the way,
Hugh,
sorry.
Yeah, Hugh. He
Hi,
is a viewer. He's platinum
He's
member.
platinum, isn't he? Didn't
Yes.
he just turn platinum last year? I think he did.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Good to have you with us, Hugh.
It is indeed.
Hashtag Wolverine.
Two ways to cut it out. So you can cut it out the way that I've just done it there. What you do need to be careful of, although you don't need to worry too much about our scissors because they're non-stick, you can cut all the way around. If you do have trouble cutting around with that adhesive backing, what to do is put your Gildan flakes on first. So I've still got all that excess. What that then does is that creates a barrier all the way around, Ben.
Oh, okay.
So it creates that barrier, which then means you can come along and cut it even easier. So if I pop all these little bits out here, and then we're just going to go in, and then we're going to take, do you know what, I'll not do the full letter, it's just showing you the actual technique of it. But what I will do is, there's that one where I've not cut around the edges just now, and then we've got that foil, which although I've roughly cut there, Ben, can you imagine if that was a die-cut circle with your double-sided adhesive sheets on that outer edge, then with that O, with all your Gildan flakes, that would be fab. So let's fussy cut all the way around here. And then for the centre, it would be nothing different than if you were using your double-sided adhesive sheets onto any of your cardstock. That would be, just come in, I'm going to go in with my craft knife, and I'm just going to cut out a chunk. It doesn't need to be exact, it's just a little chunk so that it's easier to get your scissors in there. And then we're just going to take a run and cut, as I call it. So we're just going to run up to the outer edge. We're going to form that all the way round. That could be our glitter, could be embossing powder if you wanted it to be, but really good to show. If you want that metallic look, bringing in your Gildan flakes or any of your colour Gildan flakes. Let's just finish that bit off at the base just here. And then let's just take that off. That's how you can use your Gildan flakes.
Very good.
And your double sided. So that's it, where I left the excess all the way round.
Yeah.
But then if you've done it the way that I've done it, on this one, where you cut around, either way, it doesn't really matter. You're still going to get that same result. All that we're going to do is we're just going to then pop our flakes into the middle. The only difference is if you do have any struggles cutting your adhesive sheet on the outside edge, do it that way there. Put the flakes on before you trim, but then there is how you can get
That's brilliant.
the flakes in the middle. So
Fantastic.
again, I'm not going to do the J, but there's your O and
Oi!
or you can do your
Yo.
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 Yo, nugs. There you go. So there we
Keep
go.
forgetting about that. I hope that wins demo of the show. Nugs.
There you go.
Love it.
So there's a technique for you for how you can use all these flakes.
Thank you so much, everybody, for the lovely comments coming through. Listen, just to reiterate again, it's the showstopper that you need to be quick on. We are now over a quarter of the stock gone before we even officially launch. I mean, when we come back, what, 2 hours, 15 minutes? I mean, you're going to be looking at, we're going to be over a third, heading towards 40%, probably more the way this is going. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants this alphabet set because it gives you the ultimate ability to be able to personalise your projects, and they're a nice size this time as well. I know we've got the smaller ones, the teeny tiny ones from the Mini Expressions collection, but these are big. Look, 2.9 by 1.5 is the size on these, perfect for all sorts of crafty projects. Showstopper brings you the brand new floral alphabet dies and then all of the added extras. So basically you're saving an extra 20% within the bundle itself, and then we give you our rainbow card pad, 36 double-sided sheets. You're going to get one of our die brush tools with the sponge in there as well. Very handy, of course, for cleaning out your dies and getting those bits and pieces out of your more intricate die cuts. And then 2 tape pens. One of our standard tape pens for sort of your everyday sticking, if you like. And then you've also got, which is going to come into hand very, very nicely indeed, one of our dotty tape pens. These are the original sizes, don't forget. And we now do the refillable tape pens. These are the original size ones with the 22 meters, 72 feet on them. As I've mentioned, if you were to buy that bundle individually, you'd be paying £35 or $49. £18 or $28 is what you're basically paying within the bundle. £48 or $60. That's your platinum price. That's your price if you've never shopped with us before and you sign up to Club Inspire today. Free to do, so you may as well. But if you just want the dies on their own, plenty of people going that way. There's less of a rush if you're shopping for the dies on their own. Deeper stocks here, but still not huge amounts. £33.59 if you just want to go for those dies on their own, or $37.59. I think it just depends on where your budget lies, really, doesn't it? But certainly all of the goodies that you've got within the Showstopper, everybody's going to want. Another die brush tool handy, that card pad, everyone's going to want that. More tape pens, always handy. It's entirely up to you. See what works for your budget, but the different options are there for you. Couple of quick comments and then we'll head to the sofa for some final questions. Evelyn says, my husband proposed to me after waking up from a dream on the couch, February the 14th, and we've been married for 26 years. And Leslie says, I proposed to my husband on the 1st of January 2001. And he said, yes, anytime. So I booked a wedding for Valentine's Day the same year, which gave me 6 weeks. Amazing. That was then it says, then I told him, and then the message disappears. What did you tell him? Let us know, Leslie. Thank you for all the comments coming through. Website is where you will find all the deals of the day today, including details on our Sort and Store event as well. This is all about getting yourself, sorted out when it comes to your storage, up to 30% off, and it's a whole host of different things actually, not just totally Tiffany goodies, but there are fab files in there. We've got your large stamp and die folder, bags for your plates, you've got your Gemini 2 accessory bags, so the 9x6 and the 9x12 bags, buddy bags in there, some of our deluxe tote cases. Had some of these deals on yesterday as well, just highlighting some of the best deals from that Sort and Storage event. You've got your Lois cheetah there, storage wallets for your pens as well. There's loads. Do have a look, because when we have these sort of like pop-up sort of flash sales, things do tend to disappear quite quickly. So if you see something you like, get it in your basket, get it checked out, but it might have been a crafty New Year's resolution of yours to get your storage sorted. That is certainly the page on the website that you need to head to if that was your resolution. We've got a few questions coming in. We'll do those in just a second. Before we do the questions, shall we get the vote going for the demo of the show?
Shall we do it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's get the demo of the show done. Rightio. So, number 1, we've got our hugs.
Shouldn't that say hugs?
It should say hugs.
Ah.
But I've changed it.
Why
from my
does it say
original
nugs?
plan. It says nugs because that is our new nickname now, or certainly my new nickname for Tracy. It's just out there. So nugs. So it was hugs, but I changed it to nugs. So number 1. Number 2, clean, crisp and simple.
Yeah, that is
Die cutting
nice.
it out straight onto that strip of white cardstock with a little piece of pattern paper, black and white. That's number 2. And then number 3, we've added all the die cuts from our Gemini Mini number 3. So that is your box there. So that's number 3. So that's 3, 2, or 1.
Ooh, what you thinking at home? Let us know what you're thinking in the gallery. 2 from Johnny, 2 from James. I like 2, but I like Nugs as well.
I like Nugs as well.
If Nugs doesn't win, are you going to give that to
Yeah,
her?
of course I am. Yeah.
Does she know about it yet?
Yes, she does. Yeah.
Good. Are you going to film giving the card to her? Her
I
reaction?
am, but I'm going to have the bleeper ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I kind of hope now that it doesn't win.
I'm
so that
hoping
we
it
can
doesn't
get
win
the-
as well. Please don't vote for
Don't
number
vote
1. Don't vote for number 1. It's awful. It's horrible.
What is terrible? Who even would make a card with Nugs written on it anyway? Right, thank you for all of the questions. Some really good ones actually. Some ones about crafts, some ones about the dog, and still time for you to fire in yours as well if you want. So, any questions for Craig? Any questions at all? You know what we've been talking about today? Now might be your chance. Rose wants to know, when using a die storage folder, do you keep the original packing so you know what collection the dies are from?
So, I've said it a few times, and I'll say it again. I don't use our storage folders.
Oh.
I don't store my dies in or I never have, never used storage folders. They are brilliant, but the way that I store mine are in the 12 by 12 cubes that you can get from the Swedish store. So I store them in there, and then I divide them up with mount boards that I cut down. What I would say when it comes to the folders, from a lot of people, a lot of friends that I know that use storage folders, it depends, because we've got it's the double-sided. One side's the magnetic and one side's the cling. So therefore, if you're looking at the die side, if you're not going to use the cling side on the opposite side, then you could attach the packaging, just so that you know. Of course, if you are going to use the cling side, it's going to be a lot harder. In that case, what a lot of people do will just cut the title off from the packaging and then stick that to the bottom or the top of the magnetic side, so you could do it that way.
Question from Carol Willis. Thank you for all of these. This is brilliant. I love a sit-down session at the end of a show.
I do as well.
We should do this more often.
We should. Maybe at the start, in the middle, and the end as well.
Yes. Maybe the whole show.
I could demo here at the desk.
Yeah, you could. It'd be fine. Any suggestions, Craig, on how to resolve my issue of my edgeables not laying flat? They seem to buckle my cardstock and paper. That's from Carol.
All down to pressure.
Right.
Down to pressure. Try taking out your magnetic shim. Try taking that one out. Of course, if it's really intricate, you will need it, but try, of course, taking out that magnetic shim. Also have a look at the weight of the cardstock. Are you cutting straight into a card blank, which of course you need that weight? If it's going to be a layer that's going on top, then maybe you want to then lower that weight to maybe like a linen cardstock layer or weight. So what I would say, first and foremost, try taking out the magnetic shim. It's all about pressure.
Okay, Anne Myers would like to know, could you use the letter dies with vellum?
Yes, of course you could. Of course you could. What I would say with that one is take out your magnetic shim as well.
Okay.
I would always try, if it's a heavyweight card, really, really heavyweight, 310, 320, I'd maybe try with the magnetic shim. Anything else, give it a shot without the magnetic shim. I keep saying it time and time again. I'm trying to do what Debbie Robinson recommends, because there's a lot of the time that you don't actually need the magnetic shim. So give it a shot without.
And so basically, whatever you would consider cutting with your normal dies, you can use with these, right?
Of course you could. Absolutely. Yeah. Of course you could. You can still do it with fabrics and that. The little intricate die cut might not necessarily always cut out, but because it is a simplistic alphabet outer shape, they'll cut into your fabric and that with your metal shim. Yeah, Again, just maybe those little tiny, minute bits might not necessarily. Some might not. But yeah, the outer letter will die cut.
Okay. Lynn Morton wants to know, do we always use the dotty glue pens with the alphabet dies?
So I would. So this goes back to at home. Predominantly, I use my tacky glue. I'm a tacky glue fan. I love that. It takes us a little bit longer. While on air, I'll tend to use our tape runners. What I would say with the actual alphabet, because you've got those really tiny lock and die cut pieces, plus you've got some thinner elements like the curve of the B in that, it gets really quite thin. Me personally, I would just use my dotty tape for the whole lot.
Janice says, what is the best way to store stamps?
Good question.
In your opinion?
So again, in my opinion, I store them in the same way that I store everything, the cube boxes, and then I'll have my mount board cut down, so I'll have them into collections. Our folders are really good for storing them. If you're looking at a way to, if you feel I really need to cut back on expense, if you can get an inexpensive laminator and laminate some white cardstock or that, they're going to cling to that one as well. Again, it purely depends on your place and your space. If you've got a little bit extra space, like I'm fortunate to have, although not now because it's getting filled, I've got all those cubes from, I'm going to say IKEA. If you're limited on space, then your storage folders are good.
Two quick final questions. I don't remember you saying this, but you might remember. Celie says, what did Craig say about scissors during the demo? I can't remember you talking about scissors.
Just that with our scissors, if you're using them with double-sided tape, they shouldn't really gunk up. That's why with the Y, you see, I cut round with excess adhesive back in. If you do struggle and you're trying to cut and it's getting sticky and it's gunking up your scissors, do what I said. Make sure you've got your medium, your flakes or excess glitter, something like that, so your scissors can grab onto them and not stick to that layer. So try that.
And final quick question before we announce the result of the demo of the show. Laurie says, Clemmy is absolutely adorable and looks like a fun dog to play with. Has she ever seen the snow before?
Yes, she has.
Does she like it?
Yes, she has. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been home when there's been snow, but yeah, Mum sent me pictures. I think it's the good old thing, the first time they've seen snow, even as a pup.
They're a bit funny, aren't they?
They're a bit funny, and you get the ball together, the snowball.
Yeah.
They're like, yes, I'm going to chase a ball, you throw it and it disintegrates, and they're like,
yeah.
Where did that ball go? That's brilliant watching them do that.
Molly just loves to just catch it. You chuck one up in the air. When we had snow here in December, he was chucking the snowball up in the air. She was like grabbing it and like walks around eating the snow and all sorts. Crazy.
You do that when we've got snow and I throw it
to you? Yeah, exactly right. Carol says, thank you so much for answering my questions. Much appreciated. You're welcome. And Amanda Bennett says, what a brill show. Thank you, Ben, Craig and the whole CC team. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching. Come back for more in 2 hours' time. The official launch demo of the show is by quite a long chalk, actually. Number 3.
Number 3, the box.
Yeah.
There we go. Number 3.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you to Craig for a fantastic show. If you've loved the inspiration, if you are one of the many people who's already bought this collection, join us back at 3 o'clock for the official launch. More inspo, more demonstrations. And indeed, if you have just joined us, do make sure you tune in and grab those alphabet dies, because I think the most versatile collection that you'll ever wish to get your hands on. See you in a couple of hours.
See you in a couple of hours.
See you in a couple of hours. Make sure you come back. Don't forget to shop the website. Loads of great deals there. We'll see you in a couple of hours. Bye.
Toodles.